studios of TLC Talk Radio. It's DT on our minds. I'm your girl, Tasha.
And I'm that fat girl, Dana.
And we have another incredible show lined up for you. Don't forget to follow us on our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. And catch us every day on TLCTalkRadio.com, 24/7 edutainment. Hey, friend.
Hey, friend.
How's it going?
Fantastic.
You were excited to say that, huh? Fantastic.
Fantastic.
What's fantastic today?
I'm alive.
Man, you better say that.
Yeah. I realize how smart I actually am.
Okay.
In a room full of not as smart people.
I was going to say, what happened there? Okay, hope they're not listening.
It's not that they're not smart, but like I get over or underestimated, I believe.
That happens.
Because of my job title.
Do tell.
Yes. Well, I am a food service worker or a lunch lady.
Okay.
And I don't feel that most people think that I am smart.
So because you're not the teacher, the principal,
right.
I don't know, then you're not smart?
Yeah.
That's how they feel?
Kinda.
Bogosity.
I'm like, well, here's the thing. I'm smart enough to know that I needed a pension. And I didn't want to pay to get an education.
Bananas.
And you know what I do for a living outside of my day job is not always financially lucrative. Yes. So I knew that I needed to have a job that was stable, or so I thought, until they decided to close the school that I work at.
I'm so sorry.
At the end of the year.
Education is in a bad space. Public education is in a bad space because there's just so much happening behind the scenes that we're not privy to. But as my daddy always said, follow the money.
Yeah.
Follow the money.
Well, our district's sitting on a big buttload of it.
Is it?
Because they haven't spent any money because they were going to buy a new school, but then they're thinking about fixing the 2 schools that they are keeping open.
Okay.
And maybe building a 3rd school to put everybody in as one big stupid school. I don't know.
Big mega school.
Yeah. Where they're going to put big mega school, I don't know. Like, where's it going to go?
I don't have an answer.
I don't have an answer either. I don't think they have an answer either. And this is the first time I've belonged to a union since I was in like college, because I used to work for Jewel. And you're automatically put in a union. So I haven't really lived the union life, but we had a union meeting today.
Okay.
And yeah, it didn't really help.
And why not?
I feel that if you're going to have us unify, you should have a plan to at least present to us.
Sure.
Instead of us just guessing what that plan should look like.
So you guys got to a meeting, there was no plan in place, and y'all sat and ate crackers? Like, I'm not clear on what.
Well, I mean, there was like an agenda.
Okay.
But like, we have a meeting with the superintendent tomorrow for our union, and they're like, well, you got to be unified and you got to know what you want to do and blah, 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 blah. But never actually gave us any actual direction.
Talking loud, saying nothing.
Yeah. And I'm like, why am I paying money to you? How is this helping me?
So is it
helping me?
So is this a situation where union leadership is just kind of strange, or?
Well, I mean, I've never been to a union meeting before, to be honest with you. And
yeah, because normally there's some things outlined, some issues that have been kind of generally brought to the attention of the union administrators, so that they can say, okay, these are some important points that came out.
Right.
Let's see if we're going to focus on, these 2, these 5, these 7.
Right.
And then here are our options. Here are our suggestions.
I didn't feel we had suggestions/options.
Okay.
I think it was just like, okay, just show up to this meeting and show that you're unified and show that you care about students and show that you're necessary.
And you are necessary.
We are necessary.
Like, support staff is so important.
Yeah, but like necessary for the kids. And then they were talking about how, what was the word I was using earlier?
You mentioned that there were certain criteria, and there
Right,
was
and we didn't know what the actual criteria was. And I asked because I wanted to know, well, what are the parameters of this, and how many students per whatever person? Compliance, that's the word I was using.
So there has to be a certain number of lunch workers, social workers, or whatever per student,
right?
Per certain number of students,
right?
And so they were asking you to be in compliance, but not giving you an idea of what compliance looked like.
Exactly. I'm like, well, how? I mean, we're going to sound stupid if we
if you're not clear.
We just want to be in compliance. Well, they could come back with, well, this is in compliance. We wouldn't know the difference because we don't know what compliance is.
Okay.
There's that should have been something that
should have been laid out,
brought to us, and was like, okay, this is what compliance is. This is how many students need to be for this. This is how many administrators need to be for this. This is how many para people need to be for this. Did we get that? No.
Sorry.
And I was a little like, but isn't that your job? Is it my job to do your research to help us?
Can you be in charge?
Because I'm pretty sure I pay you. Don't I pay you for that?
So
Isn't that something I pay you for?
Just so we're clear, this is not CTU.
I'm just asking.
Can you be in charge of the union? No,
probably not, because I'm not gonna have a job next year.
And there goes that.
So yeah, so I can't probably run because I'm not gonna be working there. Not my fault.
No,
but
of course not.
Basically, I learned today that I will probably be able to collect unemployment.
Okay.
But I kind of already knew that.
Well, everybody keep your ear to the ground for our friend Dana. Because, that's important. You have to focus on your livelihood while you're pursuing your art. Mm-hmm. That's important.
That's why I got this job.
It's called wisdom, friend.
Yeah,
wisdom. Wow.
See how far it's getting me.
That's life. Things just kind of shift.
Yeah. I mean, in the long run, I'm probably going to open it up to something that I was supposed to do.
Absolutely.
And I know that, but it's frustrating.
Sure. Especially while you're in the middle of it.
Right. Because I don't do, how my work ethic is. Mm-hmm. I don't do anything half.
Right.
Ever. Ever. And my job is completely easy. Mm-hmm. And there are people who have my job who will continue to have my job because they've been there for 900 years.
Vampires, huh?
Yes. Who don't work half as much as I do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now that's frustrating. People's lack of work ethic, and so I'm transitioning to kind of a general talk. People who come to work and don't work. My daddy told my brother, now if you go to work and you don't work, you're stealing.
Yeah, you are.
That's right, Pop. And so I can't see not servicing the people in front of me, not doing what it is, that I'm supposed to do.
Well, just helping, for instance, today.
Or even just being damn kind to your coworkers.
Right. We've had, our dishwasher's been off, and we've had this substitute dishwasher who doesn't really understand it. He has special needs, and that's fine, but he doesn't understand everything. So basically we have to go over again what he's already done. So we're making ourselves work harder. And there's only a couple of us who are actually helping.
The rest are whining, or what?
The rest are just scattered to the wind, which makes me angry.
You don't want to see her angry.
Yeah, and I noticed, actually, I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and she unfortunately has picked up not unfortunately, but
what? That's not
unfortunately for her, has picked up my work ethic. And, she stands for 10 hours a day working on cars. And she's just like, yeah, I'm tired. I'm like, but you can't let yourself ever sit down, can you?
Yeah.
She's like, nope. I'm like,
Well, you know, I used
sorry.
to arrive at work at 5 a.m., so you know all about that.
Yeah.
It bothers me when people don't do what it is they're supposed to do.
And it's not even like it's hard. Like, my job
Especially
is
in that-
so freaking easy.
Right, especially in that instance. So it's like, okay, so you just out here not working just generally, but
Right.
you still want. My cousin says it best. She's a manager at a pretty large chain of drugstores. So she says people want jobs, but they don't want the work part.
Right.
You know, hire me, pick me. I ain't doing this work.
And I feel that people who actually have a work ethic like I do aren't really good at selling themselves because all they do is work. Like, I really suck at selling myself. Completely honest. I'm like, whatever you make me do, I'll do.
Sure.
But I can't. I have a hard time expressing that in a cover letter or in an interview. I'm like, just put me to work. I got it. You know what I mean? Like,
I get it.
that's just who I am.
Trust me. No, I understand that. I don't. Yeah.
It's frustrating.
It is frustrating, especially when you see people getting what you get, doing, like you said, half as much.
Yeah.
You know, a
And they
fourth
make
as
more
much.
because they've been there forever. And they're keeping their jobs because they have seniority. And just because I started late and I work more doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, that's very frustrating.
Yeah. I don't know how it takes 4 hours to make a couple batches of cookies, but apparently it does.
Just move on.
We'll move on from that.
Because good luck, y'all. Good luck. But here's what I will say, that people who are not doing what it is they're supposed to do, they are always found out. Always.
Well, yeah.
Always. And so
But that doesn't mean they can get fired because they...
Well, yeah, in a
They
lot of
have
cases,
protections.
they have those protections. But sometimes, you know, you get that, see how that went? See? You can't do people poorly and then, you know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Keep an eye out. Keep the listeners posted.
I will. And if you would like to donate to the Dana doesn't actually want to work anymore fund,
We get two of those, the Dana and Tasha.
or just want to sponsor DT on Our Minds so that we can...
That's probably a better way of saying
Yeah,
it.
let's do that. Sponsor us to go to, I don't know, Aruba.
I'm with that.
That'd be fun. We could do that. We could do a live remote from Aruba.
I'm with it. I talked myself onto Doug Banks' show in Aruba. I did. Me and my girlfriend Nikki, when I was a student at ICB, I was there, and it was funny. It was commercial time, and they were like, "Well, you know, you have to shoot a commercial." I was like, "Oh, I got it." I knew I was shooting it in Aruba, and it turned out great. Like, I tweeted it to the Aruba Bureau of Tourism.
Wow.
Like, here y'all go. This your commercial.
Use it.
Right, they did not. But I still sent it, and I earned an A.
There you go. That's all you need.
But yeah, I sat, my girlfriends beat me to Aruba. I had to, because I had class, I didn't want to miss 2 days of class. So I went to class Wednesday night, and then I flew out Thursday. And they were by the pool. And I came and sat, and I always fly in jeans. So I'm, you know, burning up, about to die, laid out. And Doug Banks walks by, and I go, hey, y'all, look, it's Doug Banks. And and he's like, hey, how's it going? You know, really nice guy. Rest in peace, Doug. And just cool. And he was like, what are you guys doing out here? We were like, it's her birthday, and we wanted to hang out. And he was like, oh, okay, you guys want to be on the show? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
You know, and we talked about how I was in school, and he was like, it's really good that you know, you're a teacher. And I was looking at him like, he was right.
Yes, he was.
That's why he's Doug Banks. You know, and I was still in that space where I was very nervous to talk about what it was I did. And Nikki kind of said, by the way, my friend is in media school. And he was like, because we were very comfortable on the mic, and she was working at the time for WVON. So we were very, you know, and he was like, all right then. It's a great time. That's
very cool.
That's great. Yeah. I didn't meet, I was married. I guess I wasn't supposed to meet you guys there, but I'm on this dating kick. And I'm just kind of like, you know, I met somebody, and I posted the other day about courting. And so I had a really nice date, really nice guy, good dinner, but I've been busy. Met someone else, same thing. Nice date, been super busy. Like, and so one of them asked me the question, are you busy on purpose? Are you trying to just keep yourself busy? And I had to pause and go, damn, am I? And then I said, I don't think so. It was not my intent to go, let me just fill up my life with stuff. So I don't have time to do other things, because that didn't make any sense.
No.
But I understood why he might have thought, okay, maybe she's just scared to be out here dating, and maybe this is kind of her force field.
No, it's just you.
And that's what it is. So but I did have to pause for a minute and think about it. Is that what you're doing, girl?
I mean, you do the church, you do.
I'm a new realtor.
New realtor.
Listen,
you do this.
I do this.
You do 2 other shows.
Yeah, 2 other shows.
The radio station.
Yeah. I take care. And Dad has been ill.
Right.
Well, thank God he's at home. Right back to driving Mama crazy and vice versa. So this is what we want. That's the dynamic we want. But I did have to pause and go, am I trying to? But he was very kind. Each of them have been very kind. And one of the things that caught me off guard was I got a kind of thinking of you card in the mail. And I was like, so I see this envelope, and I think it's a woman from church who had been out, and I had sent her a get well card via her husband. And so I said, oh, Miss Renee must have sent me a thank you card, because it's not my birthday, it's not Christmas, it's purple. This might be Miss Renee. And so I opened it, and it was a beautiful, beautiful card. It was clearly well thought out. And so it inspired a post that talked about, like, look, there are some guys who want to court you. And of course, it was met with some resistance, not much, but but I get it, because my life coach, shout out to Love McPherson, talked about how people are emotionally fatigued. And you get just sick of whatever, whether that's game plan, whether that's people, stringing you along for their own purposes, whether that's people, using you as a salve until they can get whatever it is they need to get. It's very frustrating. And after a while,
using you as a house. Just gonna keep moving on. Go ahead.
I think we're gonna circle back to that. Don't
I don't think we're gonna circle back to
put a pin there. I think that's very interesting. Maybe next show.
Yeah, maybe next show when I've done some therapy.
Understood. But yeah, you get tired of foolishness. People using you, or people not intentionally using you, but not taking the time to heal themselves before they go into something else. So I've just kind of been, doing Tasha, hanging out, listening to Mama bug me about when am I going to adopt. Leave me alone, lady. It is what it is. So I just found that really interesting. I'm curious how the listeners feel about, dating, courting. Has courting gone out of style? The whole, I want to get to know you because I want to build a life with you. If you're not crazy after I get to know you, right? And that's not gender specific.
No, it is not.
People are nuts. And so
agreed.
There's that show Snapped.
Oh yeah. And have you just found that?
No. But I can't watch it anymore because I literally would get so angry. And I said, God, please don't ever allow this situation to go. That's not going to go like they think. It's going to be a real different title at the end.
Right. Snap, pop, bang.
Right. Not snap, crackle, pop.
No.
Not the Rice Krispies. I couldn't imagine being in a situation. So that's the other piece. You want to date, you want to be authentic. But are you crazy?
Right.
Is this going to go south? Am I going to have to activate the Vice Lords? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just playing. I have no gang affiliations. The Vice Lords don't know me. I'm just saying. So
a couple of phone calls. That's all.
Every thug has a set of cousins.
That's all she's saying.
Moving on. Pleading the fifth. It's not gonna go like you think.
Right.
So, it's just the whole dating space for me has been very interesting. And then
also dating at the age that you are.
Yeah.
Not that that's a bad thing.
No, I'm cool. Some of my friends didn't make it.
You actually know more what you're looking for.
Sure.
And you're looking for more compatibility instead of that, oh my God, he's so cute.
Yeah, because I don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't look like the bottom of my shoe, but
there is that.
It's not gonna work out. But I'm less concerned with how you look
to other people.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
That was a big component younger. Mm-hmm. Now it's about who you are.
Can you read?
Right.
Do you love Jesus?
Can you have a stimulating conversation?
Oh my God, please don't be stupid. Listen, I have dealt with some conversations and you're like,
what?
Did you graduate middle school?
Oh.
Because you can't follow along. I saw a post the other day and someone said, stop talking to people who think every time you suggest something, it should be an argument.
Oh.
And I was like, I have met people like this.
Yeah.
And I'm not used to it, or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, it's a funny dynamic. My cousin and I were talking today about an issue she was having with her boyfriend. And I chuckled. I said, today's guy is different than the dads and uncles we grew up with. Maybe.
Yes and no.
Maybe. But for us particularly, we're kind of used to men being men of their word.
Yeah. Hello.
So when you're not, we're like,
what? Where did you pop up out of?
And we are, as a family of women, we are quick to go, that's dumb as hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so we're not going to argue with you. We're not going to fight. It's not going to be that. It's going to be, this is not going to work.
Right.
Because
yeah.
You turned off your brain.
I spent the evening with my daughter and her boyfriend last night. We were watching a movie that you would not watch because it was scary.
Yep. Boo for Halloween tomorrow.
Boo. Ha! But just watching the dynamic between them was really interesting because I've known my daughter her entire life. Well, obviously.
She's your baby.
Yes. And he pulls out things in her that I've never seen before.
Positive, negative, both?
Positive.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
And I was like, oh, maybe this really will work.
My friend said to me the other day, he told me Saturday, he said, whoever you're dealing with should bring out some positive aspect. Mm-hmm. You should enhance one another because the one guy that I met here recently works out. Mm-hmm. And he does it every day, faithfully, a couple hours a day. I'm walking past the treadmill.
It's there, though.
It is literally behind us.
Yes.
Behind it.
Maybe if you moved it so you could actually see it, you might get on it.
I was just doing my squats and push-ups. That was good enough. I'm gonna just do that. But the point was, he inspired me to work out, and because I've already changed my eating habits, so that's the last component.
Right.
It's like, okay, Tasha, get your mind together.
Yeah.
So when I get up, instead of perusing Facebook for 25 minutes, I'm going to.
Wow.
Because
that's why you don't sleep. You know that, right?
No, I'm sorry, in the mornings.
No, but that's why you don't sleep.
With the blue light and all that fun stuff. Yeah, I turned it off. So now I limit my screen time. Like, iPhone's amazing. Who knew?
Yeah.
You limit your screen time and all of these things. But yeah, I'm just, he inspired me just in his conversation. He didn't say to me, because you know how you interview people?
Yeah.
His question to me was, so do you have a gym membership? Which I found hilarious, because my question is typically, do you have a church membership? And he was like, yep. And do you have a gym?
And you're like, and I was like, I got a treadmill behind this curtain here. I actually do have a gym membership. But I got the gym membership 2 days before I fell off my horse and broke my ribs. So I only went twice.
Damn it, Dana.
And I'm like, I should really go. Yeah, I'm healed now, so I should actually.
It's a Donald Lawrence song. I'm sorry. I just, in my mind, I hear the horns.
But I meditate every morning. So that's something that I have started doing.
That's good.
Regularly. And I have this big whiteboard calendar in my room that I write down, where I'm supposed to be when I'm doing the podcast, when I'm doing whatever. And I wrote gym on it. And I still haven't gone. But I wrote it down.
Just transfer. But that's why you're taking some steps. Just transfer it.
Yeah, I'm like, as long as I see it happening, maybe I can make it happen.
I mean, just doing little things while you're working out. My cousin Kim said, I do my squats while I'm brushing my teeth because she has a timer on her toothbrush. And so she, every time the timer changes, she does a different position.
Oh.
And I was like, you're thinking.
Well, I do a lot of I know this sounds really weird, but I do a lot of yoga in the kitchen.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Everybody looks at me like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm staying healthy. That's what I'm
also
doing.
mind your business.
Right. I'm like, maybe you should join me. Maybe. I don't know. Because stretching is really good for people with diabetes. And that's about half of you.
Damn. That's hilarious. Stretching is good for everybody, but yes, agreed.
Yes. It's really good for diabetics.
Why?
So.
Why is it so good for diabetics?
Because diabetics have it's like a blood disease, so it increases circulation when you stretch.
Sure.
So that's something you really want to do, because when you don't stretch, that's when you start losing feet and legs.
Please keep your legs and feet.
That's all I'm saying. Stretch.
We're on health, and I went to the doctor today to have my vision checked, and everything was great. And they finished. They were like, "You need a little bit of prescription." And then when I came out, they were like, "Yeah, go to the dollar store and get you some readers." Hallelujah! Because I did not want to spend glasses money.
My readers that they say I should get are so low, I can't even find them at a drugstore.
Wow. Try the dollar store.
Why am I bothering? I've tried the dollar store and they're still too strong. I'm like,
you suddenly don't want a headache.
like, I'll just do this.
That's hilarious. I love it.
Just pull that book a little bit further away. I'm fine.
I don't have any comment.
I'm just saying.
No argument. I mean, I get it. I guess the post positive has been embedded through the conversation. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Be nice to people as always. I know that's an Ellen line, but we like it too.
Yeah, I like it.
We're kind people.
We are kind people.
I think so.
Yeah.
Unless you cross one of my friends.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take care of it.
We activate the vice lords again. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I just get the backhoe and the lime and the 40 acres.
We are joking before we end up on Forensic Files. Jesus. From the studios of TLC Talk Radio, we are not murdering people.
No.
This has been DT on Our Minds. I'm your girl, Tasha.
And I'm that fat girl, Dana.
Not murdering people.
Murdering people.
Don't forget to check us out on all of our social media pages. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and of course, did I say YouTube?
You did. Instagram. Did you say the gram?
Wow.
Just say the gram.
Don't forget to check us out on all of our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. And check us out daily on TLCTalkRadio.com, 24/7 edutainment. We will catch you next week.
Peace. Watch your back.
We going to jail.